guys, welcome to my channel. My name is laniaustina and I'm so glad and so blessed to be back here with you guys. As you guys tell by that title, in today's video we are getting into Christian dating 101. Okay, I recently posted a video where I gave you guys different red flags to spot in your partner, and you guys seem to really enjoy that. So I thought I would come here today and unload all of the life lessons I've learned being in a Christian relationship for a little over a year now. It is definitely not easy, but with the grace of God and with these life lessons I've picked up along the way, I am able to be a better partner and to create a strong Christian union with my partner. So I thought I would come here and share this with you guys so that you guys could be better partners and be better equipped to create long-standing, healthy Christian relationships. So if that is you, whether you're getting into a relationship, whether you're close to marriage, wherever you are with your partner, this video is definitely for you. I hope this video helps you and that you learn a couple things from me and that you're able to apply what you've learned to your relationship in order to create healthy, godly unions. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. My first point is lay everything on the table from the beginning. Guys, this is my first one because this is so important. I know it's scary, like when you're first getting to know someone, talking about your past, your experiences, all the things you've done that you're not the most proud of. And it's like, what should I tell them? What should I keep to myself? And my piece of advice would be to tell them every single thing from the beginning. Keep no secrets, because the truth is, if that person is truly for you, they'll be accepting of anything you've done in your past, right? Like, God already knows you. He knows your heart. He knows all the things you've done, all the things you've thought about, the things you're the least proud of. God already knows. And he chose you despite that, right? Like, God is never going to put you in a situation with someone else where they're not going to be accepting the same way he was accepting of you. So if you're ever in a situation, right, where it's like you're with that person and you're telling them the things that you've done and they're not accepting of the things that you've done, and they're like, I can't be with you because you've done X, Y, and Z, you have to be willing to let that person go to go be with who God has for you, right? Like, God is going to give you someone who is going to choose you and accept you despite all the things you've done, the same way he has. So for me, I was in a different situation because I came to Christ later in my life, but my boyfriend has been a Christian his entire life, right? So that right there was so nerve-wracking to me because I was like, he's not going to accept me because of the things I've done and da da da. And so it was so important for me to lay it all on the table for him, and he can choose for himself. Well, you know what? I want to stay with her because I don't really care, and I accept that, and whatever. Or he could choose to walk away knowing what I've done. Because when you hide stuff and you keep secrets just to keep a person, that relationship is founded and built on lies because you're hiding things. So when those truths start to come out and those people are like, hold up, I didn't know you did this is too much for me, you're kind of in a situation where it's not going to work now because you spent so much time lying about the things that you've done because of your own embarrassment. So I just say lay it all on the table from the beginning before anything, before you're too attached, if you know what I mean. And give that person the opportunity to walk away if what you've done is too much for them. And if they do, go find who's meant for you and go find who God has for you, because that person clearly is not it. Next point is so important, but my next point is do not follow culture, follow Christ. Guys, it is so important as Christians that we are living set apart from the world, and we live in a generation where everything is uploaded to social media, and 9 times out of 10 the things that we see on social media are fake. So when we begin to see these things, we are swayed by what they're showing, and we begin to want them and need them in our relationships. And when we have these expectations, we're asking our partners to fulfill unrealistic expectations that they're never going to achieve. Like, we view what is trending, right? Like, we see things that, like, oh, my partner did this for me and they did this outrageous thing for me. And 9 times out of 10, it'd be stuff that are posted for clicks or for likes. And now we're wanting the things that we're seeing of this world. And we are called to not conform to the world. We are called to be set apart inside and outside of our relationships. Our relationships should not look like what is trending or what is normal online, but instead they should look like and reflect love like Jesus, or reflect and look like Jesus and his love for the church. I wanted to read to you guys Romans 12:2. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. When you are a Christian, you are a living sacrifice, right? Like, you are called to a higher standard than what the world is offering. So you cannot follow what is trending and what is on social media, because you are, as a Christian in a Christian relationship, you are never going to live up to what you see on social media, especially when it's fake and unrealistic. My next point is, it is so important to set boundaries from the beginning, because when you don't set boundaries from the beginning and you try to introduce them later in the relationship, it's going to be harder to adjust, and you're going to constantly be crossing lines and disrespecting one another by accident, because you're used to being a certain way with your partner. So now when that is changing, it makes the relationship uncomfortable. You get to an uncomfortable place, because it's like, how are you now trying to introduce things that we haven't been doing this whole time? And this is spiritual boundaries. This is physical, emotional boundaries. Whatever boundaries you have, share them with your partner from the beginning. Hey, I don't like when people do this to me, or I don't like this and this and this, so that your partner is not crossing lines from the beginning. It is also important to set spiritual boundaries. This is a video I kind of want to do more in depth, but spiritual boundaries are like boundaries that keep you and your partner accountable when it comes to the Christian faith. There are a lot of things that you and your partner should not be doing as in a Christian relationship. So it is important that boundaries are set to stop you guys from doing the things you're not supposed to be doing. So it is important to set those from the beginning, so that you're not trampling and doing certain things and then now trying to introduce them, and it's like, oh, but we've been doing this that we're not supposed to be doing, and it's like, we've been sitting this whole time, why stop now? It like affects your relationship with God together and separately. But when you set boundaries from the beginning, it helps the Holy Spirit be let into the relationship, and now God can be at the center, because you're holding one another accountable. So setting boundaries is definitely very important from the very beginning. And if you guys want me to touch a little bit more on that in a separate video, please let me know down below. I would love to know. My next one is, God must be at the center of your relationship. And I say that to say, it is so important that when you're in a relationship, you're doing your due diligence to put God at the center, because when God is at the center, everything else will align and come together. I can always tell when me and my boyfriend are far from God, whether it be personally, like separately, or together, because we're crunchier, we're like angrier, we're snippy, we're fighting more, we're more prideful, we're less forgiving. But when God is at the center, when we're praying together, when we're doing Bible study, when we're doing our devotional, we're peaceful, we're able to forgive one another, we're communicative, things are just easier and better when God's at the center. And I just want to say, the devil does not like when two people come together, especially two people who love God more than they love one another. The devil doesn't want to see that union, because a union of two people who love God are stronger against him. So he will do everything in his power to come into that and to destroy that. He's going to fill your head with things, with lies. He's going to try to control you and cause you to hate your partner, just because he does not want to see this union create something beautiful. So it is so important that you're placing God at the center, so that you are 10 times more likely to defend yourselves against the devil and defeat him. I wanted to read to you guys Ecclesiastes 4:12. Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. I like to think of me as a strand, my boyfriend as a strand, and God as a strand. And when we're all together, we're stronger. But when it's just the two of us, yes, we can defend ourselves, but for how long? How long can we go defending ourselves without God? Okay, guys, that is the end of this video. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, join the family, join the community. We would love to have you a part of the channel. And please make sure you turn on your notification bell, so that you can get notified when part 2 of this video drops. Okay, I would love to get into more of the lessons that I've learned, and we're going to get into that in part 2. So please make sure you stay tuned. And please remember that I love you, but God loves you 10 times more. I hope you guys have an amazing day, an amazing week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. God is giving me, I'm not gonna waste this joy deep down.